Thomas! It's up for grabs now! Thomas!
Magic ball from Bergkamp to Patrick Vieira!
Oh, would you believe it? Oh, right, what a way to get it!
Fabulous solo goal by Youri.
Good afternoon and welcome to another lunchtime edition of the Arsenal Lounge on a beautiful, sweltering, hot day. Firstly, before we go any further, I'll let you guys sort of jump in slowly. I will come across to my boy Shaheen, who is wearing an Arsenal top today, I believe, as well as that board behind.
Yeah, it's been a while. As you know, I've been, look, you see, it's a nice t-shirt, isn't it? I've been on a bit of a diet lately. I couldn't pull this off before, but now I can.
Literally couldn't pull it off, is that what you're saying?
No, it's good, man. I've lost a bit of weight, so now I can wear.
How much have you lost? How much have you lost?
I was on 105. I'm on 99 now.
So you lost 6.
Yeah. I need to lose another 10 maybe, and then I'll be really happy.
You'll be in your peak physical condition, yeah? Ready
Something
to play
like
again.
I'm gone. Right. Those days are gone, man. Peak physical condition.
No, bro. You're still peak. You're still peak. Anyway, look, we thought we'd do this one today because the last one we done was Monday, wasn't it? Seems ages ago now. Afternoon Dean, afternoon Martin, afternoon Kevin, and all the other guys that are slowly coming in now. Look, it's Friday. We just thought, you know what? Let's have a chat about what's going on in transfer window. Not much going on. Hello, Bashigan. How you doing, bro? Gunnar Greg. Big up, fellas, he says. I keep the content coming. Yeah, well, that's what we're trying to do. So, look, there's not really an abundance of things to talk about in the sense of transfer action and news. But there's also lots to discuss. We were due to have a show on Wednesday, just gone with Lee Judges, to discuss our transfer strategy. I couldn't make that Wednesday. We're looking to reschedule it next week. And I know he shares a lot of the same sentiments as we do, Shaheen. It's more the transfer strategy we're looking at rather than the time that we have left. We're not panicking, but we're concerned. So let's get into it, man. I mean, like, firstly, last time we did this show, we were discussing what? Raphinha, Basuma,
Raphinha, Gnabry, Jesus.
Jesus.
Martinez.
I don't know what's going on with your connection all of a sudden. It's sort of cutting in and out. So maybe it's just your internet. But look, but there's nothing really changed. No, it's still. Are you guys hearing it as well? Let us know in the chat because I'm hearing it cutting out and coming back and cutting out. So let us know in the chat so we know. Look, nothing's really changed. That's my concern. Raphinha and Martinez, we expressed a concern that we were wasting our time on players. At the end of the day, Raphinha always made it known that he wanted Barca. We said that. The Sox guy says you can dodge his sound, Shaheen, by the way, so keep an eye on that. So basically Raphinha's come and gone, like the news. He's ended up looking like he's either going to be Barca or Chelsea. Barca are still struggling, which I find like a few of these clubs right now, they're suggesting they don't have money on one side and they're coming in with bids on the other. So the Raphinha thing's gone. Martinez is still dragging on. I still am under the impression, personally, that he's not going to risk coming to Arsenal when he's already played 2 or 3 seasons under Ten Hag, really excelled under Ten Hag. And with the World Cup looming, he would rather, in my opinion, end up with a manager that already knows him and would play him guaranteed. With Arsenal, it comes with a lot of uncertainty. I seem to have hit full screen now. Shaheen's disappeared, but I'll carry on. Yeah, we seem to lack, direction and where we're going. It seems like we're going for players that we are not 100% certain of getting. Martinez as a player, and I've been a player myself, as I've mentioned a few times now, I would rather stick with a manager that's helped me excel, helped me get my reputation, and I know it's going to play. He has no guarantees playing at Arsenal. If Tierney's fit, does he play left back? If, say, for example, we bring in Tielemans and, we'll discuss Partey in a bit, but if Partey's there, unless one of those two get injured, does he make central midfield? And someone, I think it was Wayne, mentioned Shaheen as well. Oh, but why wouldn't he choose Arsenal? Perhaps he likes the idea of playing central midfield. And my answer to that one is, well, would he get into central midfield in the Argentina team, for example? Yeah, where he's probably guaranteed playing centre back, left back at Argentina. So these are a couple of things I wanted to discuss with you. And then obviously there's the Paqueta rumours right now, or Paqueta, whichever way you want to say it, from Lyon, an attacking midfielder. I think he scored 9 goals last season in 34 games. We're apparently in the race for him now. But another situation we need to keep an eye on is his besties. And he's Brazilian, another Brazilian, by the way. We seem to be Brazilians. I wonder if all our players are manscaped as well, Brazilian. But anyway, I digress. What I'm saying is he's besties with Bruno Guimaraes, who's gone to Newcastle. So there's that to look at. And then others are mentioning in the chat Zinchenko. I'm not hugely excited by Zinchenko. But look, before we go into anything else, Shaheen, you've heard what's going out there at the moment. I know you're sort of catching up with things. What are your thoughts? Yeah. And obviously, the silence with regards to Partey, I don't want to get into the ins and outs of it, but the silence itself is deafening. We'll go on to that in a bit. But your actually the transfer targets and what you're seeing at the moment, how are you feeling about it all,
bro? First of all, I might come across clear now.
You still seem to be cutting out. I don't know why, bro. Speak.
I don't know, man. It's the same internet.
Oh, no. You're all right now. You're all right now. Go on.
I'm all right now, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. So, yeah, basically, not a lot has happened since we spoke. I mean, again, just a lot of names being mentioned. Names being mentioned means nothing. And the names that have been, I mean, the latest one that I saw was this guy that is a winger in French league. I think is a Kosovan guy that is being linked with Arsenal. That apparently they're looking at him. So, as we said before, as we said before, names means nothing. You know, the main issues still have not been addressed. Defensive midfield position, potential. I mean, look, you know, you said about this Thomas Partey thing. I don't even know what's going on there, and obviously we don't want to comment on something that we don't know nothing of or anything. Potentially that might be an issue. Even if it's not, we always looked at that position as an issue, as a problem, because if Thomas Partey gets injured, if he gets injured, we got a problem. You know, if Kiratini gets injured, we've got a problem. One of the reasons we couldn't finish in top 4 was those 2 positions, and they're still not addressed. You know, you said this a long time ago, and we, you know, with £50 million, we could have had Basuma and Tielemans. A lot of people are going to say, oh, move on. He's gone to Tottenham. He's gone this. He's gone that. But you got to look at these things. There's an opportunity missed, you know. And I've always said I quite like the midfield of Thomas Partey and Basuma. That would have given other players the freedom to go and express themselves. But that seems to be an issue. If we're really in for Tielemans, why we're not finalizing it, bringing a guy in so he can start training with the team, get a good preseason. You know, there's no point going agree in personal terms with a player and then leaving it at that. That doesn't make sense to me. If you want a player, you go agree personal terms and you go finish off the transfer.
Oh, Shaheen, can I ask a question on regards to that? Yeah, some of the people in the chat will get this, right? If I come to your house, right?
Yeah, it's house business with you and Tom,
yeah. If I came to your house, please tell me if this makes sense, because I was made to feel it didn't, but I felt it did. But anyway, just let me know if it doesn't. But if I came to your house, you had it for sale, right? I go, Shaheen, how much you selling this house for? How much you want for it? And you go, 400k. I go, all right, okay. So if I come to you and offer you 400k, you're going to take this, yeah? And you turn around and say to me, yep, I'll take 400 grand. We shake on it, I leave. Is that deal done?
No.
So you're waiting for my offer, right?
You showed a bit of interest. And that is it. And that's exactly what Arsenal have done. If they've done that, remember, because I'm saying to you, I don't think they have. It doesn't make sense for them to go and agree terms with Youri Tielemans and then and then what? Leave it at that, and then walk away, and we don't hear from them again.
Yeah,
It doesn't make sense. They've done. I have to give them credit for bringing Jesus in early. Not something that we've done before. But it doesn't make sense. All these things that I'm hearing about. Oh, we've agreed terms with this. We've agreed terms with Martinez. Arsenal agreed terms. There is a lot of accounts out there and I don't want to mention names. And some of them, most of them actually, they're not even Arsenal fans, and they just put things like this out there for people to like, retweet, comment, and sub potentially to their channel. That's all there is. I've seen a guy that in one day puts 4 tweets out about Arsenal. Arsenal are in for Tielemans. Arsenal agreed terms with Tielemans, personal terms. And then
we've agreed
2 hours later, deal is off. Arsenal no longer looking at. He's not even an Arsenal fan, right? So for me, listen, as I said to you the other day as well, I don't think they're going to bring in anyone in midfield. Depending, obviously, what the situation with Thomas Partey is, obviously, if there is one even. And I wouldn't. If you want Tielemans, what's stopping you from going and get Tielemans? What are you waiting on? What could potentially be the reason that you're holding on? That I don't understand.
These are the things that I don't get, right? Like, why go and agree personal terms with somebody if you're not going to offer them straight away? If you've already agreed personal terms with the player, and you did this last season, prospectively, yeah, you've gone there and you've gone, you know what, we want you. What would it take to get you? Okay, let's do all of this. Then in my mind, if you're serious and you've already taken the time out to go and get personal terms addressed, you're trying to save time so that you can move on this person when you want them. So when the window opens, boom, personal terms already agreed. There's the offer you wanted, Leicester, 25 mil, 30 mil. Come on, Tielemans, you're coming to us. We know what you want. Let's get the contracts already drafted up. It's done. That's not happened. For me, when we are agreeing personal terms, that says to me you're serious about somebody. But clearly, in this instance, if we have agreed personal terms, it's neither here nor there. It's like the raphinha situation. I'd heard from a couple of places that we'd already agreed personal terms and we were trying to sort out the final fee with Leeds. Never happened. Now Chelsea are ahead unless Barca come in, right? My concern is this: we have not addressed the pivotal areas that we wanted addressing. Even if we have got time, you get the pivotal areas sorted first, in my opinion. Then with the time you have remaining, you got a bit more extra money. If there's something that comes up that's a great deal for an attacking player or something a bit different, or your backup players, right, that you need, then go and get them. You've got time to do that now because you've sorted out your pivotal areas. But for me now, centre midfield with Partey, we were short as a Partey replacement, right? For a Partey replacement. Without Partey, for me, we're too short with DMs, right? On top of that, we still need Tielemans regardless of what happens to Partey. But for example, if these Partey rumours were real, if Partey went, I could see Arsenal going and getting Tielemans, and that would be it. And Tielemans is not a Partey type player, which would be unfair on Tielemans. So, and then I just struggling with what we're doing at the moment. It doesn't make any sense. Forget Basuma, the name. I'll be happy if they go for another DM that's as good as Thomas Partey, or maybe on the way up, or maybe experienced with a year or two left in his career where he's still good enough if we need him. He's got a wealth of experience to fall back on. We don't have somebody like that. We don't. So no. I am a little bit worried, man. I'm not lying. Like, I just don't see where we're going with this right now. And then now we're suddenly going for this Paqueta or whatever his name is again. I'm forgetting now. Paqueta.
Listen, I just think,
what are we doing?
One thing I don't know. The honest answer is, and I think one thing Arsenal do quite well is they put out names and they get people excited about those names, and then people forget the main issue or the main problems. Like what they did in January. I don't think we were ever in for Vlahovic, right? But all of January transfer window, fans were happy. Everyone was like, "Oh, Edu this, Arteta this, Edu that, Arteta that." They doing this for the club. They're doing that for the club. They're going to take us next level. Look, they're trying to get Vlahovic this, Vlahovic that. At the end, what happened?
I think your mic's got. It's not your mic. I think it's your internet. People were saying about your Alexander Simon says your internet sucks, bro. Can you talk again?
I don't know, man. I mean, this is the same internet I use every day.
Oh,
So
it's sorted itself out again. It sorted itself out again. Could we all chip in and get Shaheen a new mic? It's not his mic. He's got a good mic. It's his.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. It's the same internet I use all
using
the time.
AOL. He's still using AOL, isn't it?
Yeah. That's why it took me. All the noise. But yeah, man, they're just dropping names for people to be happy and to be excited, and then you just always see the main issue and the main areas that has not been addressed yet. If they want to get a marquee signing, yeah, all good. Let's go get a marquee signing. Let's get a signing that will make fans happy and excited. But there's no point going and getting like a proper heavy duty marquee signing and then not addressing the main issues.
Right. Well, I caught what you were saying, but yeah, it has been cutting in and out. I think you've just got internet issues today, bro. I don't know what's going on, but we'll try and soldier on without it. Right. So look, this is the next thing then. Okay. The Thomas Partey thing, right? I want to go in a little bit more detail, right? Obviously, I don't want to discuss the details of what's potentially going on. I think we all know. However, my thing is, should Arsenal, if he's not involved, and I'd like everyone in the chats to come to us with this as well, because I want to know what you guys think. Is should Arsenal be coming out and addressing this ASAP? Should they just be going silent? Are they waiting to see if these are cleared, if these matters are cleared? Josh is saying, restart your laptop, come back on, or maybe come out and come back in. Maybe it's worth a try.
Let me try.
Yeah, while I'm waffling, you've got a bit of time in it. No, leave it, Lev. Leave what, Nick? I don't understand what you're saying, bro. Tell me what to leave. Look, what you would basically, what I'm asking you guys is a Thomas Partey situation. The rumors are circulating. We all know what those rumors are, right? I don't think, I'm hoping there's nothing to discuss in regards to him there. There's a lot of legalities involved, which is why I'm not going into the details of it. But what I'm asking is, should Arsenal be nipping this in the bud now, or is the silence more telling than anything else? Because he's obviously missing from Germany. There's a few people we know out there, and Lee's out there as well. He's missing from Germany, so we haven't come out to address it. What do you guys feel we should be doing in the sense of, like, in regards to this? And if there is a potential issue, should we not be going in to get somebody anyway? We already felt that we needed a DM to cover him anyway. So it could be tragically ironic, and I really hope it's not. But if he's out, we're in trouble. That's the truth. We don't have another player of his ilk or his quality in that position there. So what is it you guys feel we should be doing? I know Wilshire's retired. I wanted to leave that till the end. So, I mean, don't worry, guys. I haven't forgotten that. It's tragically ironic in the sense of the Basuma thing as well, because we, a load of accounts and various other people suggested we didn't go in for Basuma because of this outstanding case of his. That was very, very public. People knew about it, but obviously he was cleared. He was innocent. But that dragged on and Basuma played. It's going to be very interesting if these rumours had any legs at all, whether or not we would do what Brighton did and play him. Would we be looking to replace him? If the rumours suggesting we didn't go for Basuma because of this outstanding issue here, would we then not be contradictory and hypocritical if we then continue to play Partey while something was going on? Shaheen, what I'm asking, bro, is this, in short, right? Rumours were circulating from various sources that the reason we didn't go in for Basuma at the time was there was an outstanding case, right? And that was very public, unlike this one at the moment. Yeah. My question is, if the reason we didn't go for Basuma was that, if this Partey situation, God willing, isn't this, but if the Partey situation is similar, he could still be innocent, even if it was similar. Let's be honest, right? Just like Basuma. It'll be very interesting to see whether or not Arsenal would be playing him during this period, or whether we'll be looking to replace him. I thought I'd like to hear your thoughts. I'd like to hear other accounts and people in the chat's thoughts on that as well.
Am I coming across good?
100% clear, bro. Well done.
Cool.
We should maybe get my man into our IT team. What was his name? The guy that suggested to switch it off and on.
No.
If you're in doubt, switch it off. What was it?
No. I realized what the problem was, so I fixed it. Listen,
good.
If I want to be honest with you, right, I don't think we were ever in for Bissouma, because
I don't think.
Again, I'm going to use Vlahovic as an example, right? If you go in for a £70 million striker in January, that means you've acknowledged the fact that you need a striker. And for whatever reason, when you realize this is not working out, and Vlahovic doesn't want to come, his agent is being a bit of a knob or whatever, right? You move on to your next target, right? And there was no next target. That's how I know they were never in for it. Bissouma, same thing. If you're going for Bissouma, you're realizing you need that type of player in your midfield. If he goes to Tottenham for whatever reason, you go get another type, right? And they haven't.
Yeah.
So to me, maybe there's an indication that they were actually never in for him. Maybe they're not really looking to address that central midfield area. They think it's good. They think it's okay. They don't need a replacement for Thomas Partey. Maybe they think, okay, we extended El Neni's contract for a year. He will do for 1 year. We can spend the money on some other places. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay,
because
but
when the season closed, Lev, for me, I was not saying, right, listen, you see that guy Fabio Vieira in Portugal? Let's go get him. Let's go drop 30 million. This guy is... I didn't even know who this guy was. He doesn't even solve our midfield problems.
I don't think he was brought in to solve our midfield problems in that sense. I think it was more for an attacking to break down a low block, because we struggled with that.
Yeah, I agree. But attacking problem, the issue we had attacking wise was the lack of striker and goal scorer. This guy is not a striker or goal scorer, right? It was, and everybody was having a loving with Odegaard. Oh, he's the best thing. If only he plays with a striker. If only we had a finisher. Odegaard would have given him so many assists. What happened to all of that talk now? Nobody talks about Odegaard anymore. So when the season finished, for me, the first thing was like, we need to get a replacement for Thomas Partey, because this guy gets injured. We need to go get a left back. We need to get a right back. And we need to get 2 top strikers.
That was
an attacking midfielder was not really... I was not bothered about. I was thinking, if they don't address this issue, it's all right. I'm not. Yeah, okay, we can live with that.
Well, look,
so
have
far,
got a striker.
As we speak, 8th of July, right? We've got 1 striker in, and those areas are still outstanding. And that 1 striker we got in is not. He's a very good player. But he's not somebody that is going to solve your goal scoring issues. Because if anything happens to him, if he goes off form or anything, you're relying on Eddie Nketiah again. And I was speaking to you earlier. You pointed out something that is very true. You said he was playing in Man City team with the likes of De Bruyne, Mahrez, Sterling, Rodri, those guys. And
Fernandinho doing a massive job in central.
They will create chances for you. That will create a lot of chances for you.
Well, lots of possession.
That's not going to happen at Arsenal.
Well, not with this midfield. My thought was, if we strengthen the midfield so we dominate more and we have more possession, then naturally your attacking players come into the game more. That's what I was hoping for. I don't mind another attacking player in, but we've got Vieira in now, right? But now we're looking at Paqueta as well. I don't know this new fixation. We want more wingers or more wide players or more attacking midfielders. I love attacking players. I was one myself, so the more the merrier. But if you have a budget, which is being suggested by some, if you have a budget, then surely necessity always overcomes luxury. And right now, what I'm seeing is luxury. We're looking at raphinha, hasn't happened. Martinez was a little bit different. They're looking at him for 2 or 3 positions in one buy, which is a little bit like 3 for 1 they're going for there, right? However, again, if that doesn't happen, we're in a bit of trouble. So these are my concerns. Everyone's talking about how much time we have, but the areas you mentioned just now, all those areas, left back cover, don't have. Right back cover, if we lose Tomiyasu, is still Cedric.
Cedric.
Central midfield, if Partey goes, it's still El Neni that does a DM role, because xhaka really is not a DM, let's be honest, right? But then let's just throw him in the ring. Xhaka and El Neni, the same two, other than Lokonga, who I do believe, listen, if you wanted to get the best out of Lokonga, you need a more solid team, right? If you've got a solid team, it gives him time to bed in without all the stress and the pressures of, oh my God, if I have a bad game, the rest of us are going to suffer badly. What he's got at the moment when he was playing for us is he played when Partey was out, right? And then Partey was the only screen we had. So then you put him in, you throw him in the lion's den, and he's not quite ready yet, loses confidence. Right? That's what happened. That's what happened to Lokonga, and that's what also happened to Tavares. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, but listen, can I ask you something? So pre-season has started. Today at 4:00, Arsenal will play their first pre-season game against Nuremberg.
Are you paying $5.99 to watch it?
No, that's another piss take.
Right, leave that till after. We could discuss it.
Yeah. We'll come back to that. And afterwards, they're going to America for the pre-season tour. Come back, couple of weeks, season will start. As we speak today, right? That team, what has changed except Gabriel Jesus from what they had last year, which was very short, not just short, very short. What's changed?
This is my concern. Had we gone and addressed centre forwards too, another Partey cover with Tielemans, forget the name we've been mentioning all the time. Someone else, DM and Tielemans. Had we got those 4 players in, 2 strikers, 2 CMs, I'd be relaxing now. I'll be relaxing. I'll be like, you know what? We'll find some. You can find. We're talking about Grimaldi as left back cover. I think that's one of the names that was mentioned. I've heard he's a very good player. Good, go and get him. I got no issues with that. But address the areas you need addressing first, man. It's perfect sense. Do you build a house before building foundations? Do you go and start doing your interior design before the house is built? Oh no, let's get some really nice flashy bits and pieces for the house now, although it's half built. That's what I'm talking about. I don't see someone sorting out the foundations first. I'm not at all excited at the moment with what I'm seeing, and the names have started to. Have you noticed as well the level of the names have started dropping too? Like in the news, it started to become people. I don't get that either.
Yeah, it's now players being mentioned that I don't even know who they are. As I said to you, there's a winger, there's a Kosovan guy, winger in French league. He's been linked with Arsenal as a white player. We were being linked with Gnabry for that position to start with, and now we've gone that. No disrespect to the guy, but it's not. What can I say, man? We've got Jesus in over the line. Yeah, okay. Apart from that, nothing else to get excited about.
Does the Savage link make any sense to you either? Apparently, you won't. You don't want to address your central midfield issue, but then suddenly you pull 60 million out of your ass to look at Savage. And if I was Savage,
Arsenal can get linked to Ronaldo now as well. He's going to leave. He's going to come in. He's going to offer something different to Jesus. Arsenal have agreed terms with Cristiano Ronaldo. All of this means nothing.
I mean, look, Hughes Hughes said something really important, which I must also remember myself, because sometimes we're always, we're all fans, and sometimes we do leave our senses a little bit. It's not always about the name, Hugh. You're right. It's not always about a big name. There's been players that we've got that I'm going to be honest. Tomiyasu, didn't really know that much about him. I'd heard of Kieran Tierney. Gabriel, I'd heard about him in bits and pieces, but I wasn't that 100% clued up with him. There are players that come in and really, really good that you may not have heard of. I agree. However, when you are looking at a team that's very, very young, right? It's a young side. We've all accepted that. It's a young side. For me, we need really high quality experience embedded in that team now as well. So when you don't know the player's name, when you should be looking at that experience level, then you start to ask questions. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, if you're good, if you've established yourself in your 25, between that 25, 30-year-old bracket, if you've established yourself and your quality, you would know them by now. No?
Yeah, you would. But listen, Lev, it all comes back to what Arsenal actually want to do. Right? Because I think it's actually quite clear. It's very clear. If you want to compete for top 4, let's face it, right? If we say, oh, we want to compete for the title, it's a little bit out of reach. Yeah. So next thing is top 4. So if you want to compete for top 4, you need to have a squad that can compete with Tottenham, Man United, Chelsea at the minimum. I haven't even put in Liverpool and Man City in there. Right? And right now, as we speak, maybe we can just compete with Man United. Tottenham got a better team than us. They got a better manager than us. Right? How many goals do you think Tottenham will score next season?
Look,
We've got Kane. Hold on, no, answer me. Kane, Richarlison, Son, Kulusevski.
I don't. Look, I don't think Richarlison's gonna score loads.
No. Between all of them, is it fair to say they will give you 50 goals?
Between the 3 of them,
four of them.
Yeah, I mean that's realistic. Between 4 players,
Four of them, they will get 50 goals.
How many does Kane get a season? 20 to 25 goals.
I'm just saying, for argument's sake, right?
Yeah,
50 goals that will get you, right? Now let's look at our strike force. We've got who? Nketiah, Gabriel Jesus, Saka, Martinelli. How many goals do you think they will get you?
15,
25, 30?
15 to 20 if Gabriel has a really good season. If Jesus has a really good season. I can't see Nketiah getting more than... It depends. If you're saying Premier League alone, I'll probably say maybe 10.
No, we're talking about Premier League.
All right, 10 goals from Nketiah, maybe 15. Let's say 15 but with Jesus, that's 35. Right? And then Saka will probably get you 5 or 10. It's not bad, man. But like...
Yeah, but they will get you more goals. They got more solid midfield.
Well, right? What I like about
Chelsea...
Spurs,
Chelsea are in discussion with Sterling, right? They've got what's that guy's name? I forgot his name. Havertz, right? They got rid of Lukaku. You know they're gonna bring another player in. So Arsenal, they need to look at these teams and then ask a question: are we able to compete with these teams for a top 4 spot next season? Right now, as we speak, again, as I said, this is 8th of July. As we speak, no is the answer. Have we made the right signings in order to be able to compete with them? No, because we're still same as last year. And last year we got to where we are because Tottenham had a really poor run of games. Man United were rubbish, right? And towards the end, Chelsea started to get a little bit, and we managed to put in a little bit of a run together, right? That's why we got to where we are. And at the end, when it mattered, we bottled it. Let's have it right? So what has changed for us to be able to compete with them? Nothing.
Well, I mean, look, someone has put on here, which caught my eye. I don't want to get into the questions yet, but I did want to address this one. Someone put on here, this chap here, Dad's Satu Zola. Hope I've done your name justice, bro. Bro, with a weak team, he says, last season we almost finished 4th. Naming all these teams and their squad is pointless. All depends on how consistent they are. Yes, Dads, 100%. The reason we were up there this last season just gone is because all these other teams were inconsistent. That was our point. The fact is there was a window of opportunity, and had we strengthened when we had a chance, we might be having a totally different conversation now.
Can I put a couple of comments on there?
Yeah, go for it, bro.
I just want to put one from Hugh. Stop shying. We were good. Really? We were good? If we were good, Hugh, why did we finish 5th? And the manner we did. This one, Dave Jordan. We competed last year with only Nketiah and average midfield. We competed with who? With what? And even let's say you competed. What happened at the end? You can compete for all you like throughout a season. What happens at the end? Where did you finish? What was the result? How did you finish the season?
You know what? That is a good point. You know, like almost is not good enough. Like, you know, I understand we competed, but all of you guys in the chat, I can guarantee you last season, you were surprised. And look, the way the fans were reacting, we were surprised. We were in the hunt. Are we going to lie now and pretend we weren't surprised? We were surprised we were in the hunt, right? All of us were, or most of us were. Now, don't get me wrong. I always maintained that the squad was better than where we were finishing. And I also maintained that had we got a top manager, he probably could have squeezed us into the top four a bit sooner or more convincingly. My issue is this. Almost, it's like saying if my auntie had an extra part, she'd be my uncle. Like, at the end of the day, almost doesn't mean anything. Like, if that's the case, Spurs could have a whole history of being amazing. Almost won the Champions League, almost won a title, almost this, almost that means nothing when it comes to sport. Nobody looks back in the history records and say, oh, they were almost here. They look at what you achieved. And my concern has always been our ambition, because when you have a chance ahead of schedule, I remember this time. Do you remember when we had a chance ahead of schedule? The fan base was divided. The fan base was one half saying, hey, we're ahead of schedule, man. Like, you should just chill out. It doesn't matter. We can wait till next season. The other half was, we need to do this now. We need to grab this opportunity whilst we could. We had a game or two in hand. We were fourth. All we had to do was strengthen. We didn't. Spurs did, and the rest is history. Almost gets you nothing. And that's my point.
Lev, forget all season. Forget all season. All we had to do, and I don't want to go back on it because it's all not done. All we had to do is go to Tottenham and not lose. That's it. What did we do? Like idiots, we went to White Hart Lane thinking, yeah, we're going to come and play you after park. Of course, and what happened? Why? Rob Holding got sent off because he was exposed to Son. Because every time Son had the ball, he turned around, he's on Rob Holding. Where was Cedric? Nowhere.
No.
Anyway, I don't want to go
This is it. So, look, guys, we're not being negative in the sense that what we want is we want to see things being dealt with. We want to see assertive action. Like everyone was saying in June that we had loads of time. It's now July. Everyone will say in August the 1st, we still got an entire month. And then you'll see how quickly that goes too. And you know what? With a month to go, you start to lose bargaining power because one, teams know you're desperate. You got a month to go. You're coming to them saying, "Hey, give us." And arguably, some of these smaller sides, you're asking for their better players. Do they have time to replace someone in a month? We don't know, right? On top of that, are you going to be able to negotiate a better deal when there's a month to go? No, you're not, because now they know you're desperate and there's only a few things left to buy. Whereas if we already addressed our issues from now, it would have been a lot easier. And that's all we're saying. I mean, look, when it's about 45 minutes in with 15 minutes to go, we'll answer whatever questions you have in there. I can see loads of questions in here. The other thing, Shaheen, I mean, is there anything else you want to touch on with regards? Look, do we need another left back?
Yeah.
Would you keep Tavares or would you put him on loan?
Who?
Tavares.
Well, look, if you're not going to sign anybody, you might as well keep Tavares, because there's no point sending Tavares on loan and then when something happens, you put xhaka at left back. It's just stupid. So you might as well keep him. But I want to talk about this piss take that Arsenal are taking. We're paying $5.99 to watch a pre-season. After all the fans have been going through, our ticket is the most expensive ticket in Europe. And you guys going to play a shit game away means nothing. Couldn't you just turn around and say, we're going to broadcast this for free for fans? You know? Yeah, you know what? You lot go watch it for free. Even the America tour. Go watch it for free. Let's give them something. You know, we're shafting them throughout the season. They come to the Emirates. If they want to buy water, food, this and that, we're shafting them to the max. Let's give them something back now. Let them watch some meaningless games for free. At least we're doing something. But no, Let's shaft them even more. $5.99 to watch Arsenal. What? Where is the club that had this relationship with the fans? What happened to all of those values? We're this. For all of you guys who sit down and say Arsenal are class, Arsenal, and that is not class. That is taking advantage of your fans. That is taking a piss. That's what it is.
Well, Bin Laden, which sounds a bit like Bin Laden. Don't know if that was deliberate. He says he finally agrees with you on something, Shaheen. Right, so it's quite interesting. Look, yeah, I agree with you on that. I mean, look, I remember when we first got Sky and all of that. Not even the first; it was a good few years after. You even had Arsenal TV on Sky channels, yeah, and you could go and watch the reserves for free. And that's how I watched most of Jack Wilshere's
any
games
opportunity, Lev, to make money off of fans. Let's do it. Let's do them over. $5.99. Yeah, let them pay. They're charging us so much money for tickets, right? When you go to Emirates, so much money for food and drinks and beverages, right? And God forbid if you want to go on club level or platinum and all those things. Yeah, I wanted to go to what game was it last season? I wanted to go to, I think it was a Man United game, if I'm not mistaken. And I normally, if I try,
was it West Ham? Was it the club level tickets you're talking about? I think you said it was West Ham, didn't you?
No, I wanted to go. I was checking for the Man United game for club level seats, right?
Okay.
I wanted to go watch the game. Everything was sold out. The only ones that was available was about £950 per person.
That's why they were available.
And everything else was sold out. Boxes, this, that. So you're charging the fans so much money. You're giving us shit players on the transfer window. You have not signed any marquee signing. Where is the money going to? Emirates Stadium turns around. Listen, Emirates turns around quite a lot of money on every match day, right? But still, we're like, yeah, we're looking for deals. We're looking for a bargain here. Oh, let's leave Tielemans last minute. Maybe we can save some money. It's rubbish, man. It's not acceptable. And then when it comes to some meaningless, shitty games, they're charging fans $5.99. They should be ashamed of themselves, man, honestly.
I was looking to see how much we make on match days, on average.
I think it's about £3 million.
No, really? What profit?
If I'm not mistaken, it's definitely above $1 million. I have to tell you that. Let me see if I can search it.
Guys, as well, very quickly, there's been some people stating that Partey has been seen in Nuremberg. Is that true? Like, is he in Germany? Because it would make me feel better if he was. And secondly, the person who's meant to be involved in whatever these rumors are is apparently got bail till August. So if he's now out in Germany, it still doesn't clear everything up, does it? Anyway, look. So not that I should be saying this, but you can stream games elsewhere.
Can I just read this out for you, Love? Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
So average match day revenue, right? For 1920 and 2021 season combined.
Yeah.
Right. So the first club is Arsenal, 90 million euros.
Yeah.
Next is Liverpool, 82 million euros. Then is Bayern Munich, 70 million. Then is Chelsea, 60 million. And then is Inter Milan, 56. There's clubs above Arsenal as well, actually. I'm not, PSG is above Arsenal, 92. Man United, 98. Tottenham, £107 million, Lev. So Tottenham's matchday revenue is actually more than Arsenal.
Yeah, but they got a new stadium. Everyone's excited and all that.
Point being, at least give fans something. If you're not going to give us top quality signings, then do something. It's as if we're just going to milk fans left, right, center, and that's how it is. If you don't like it, go support another team. That's how I feel like.
Well, look, based on what the guys were saying in the chat, Thomas Partey has just put something out on Insta. He's in Germany. So there you go.
Is that on Instagram?
Yeah. He's in Germany. if you can bring it up on the computer, even better. He says back in training, indicating he's been away. So is he playing tonight? Looks like he must be playing tonight. So I don't know,
Well,
man.
if he plays tonight, then obviously you'll know what's occurring.
Well, you won't know. If he plays tonight, you still won't know. I mean,
Do you know what? I just want to say something on that Thomas Partey thing, actually. There's a lot of people that
apparently he's not in Germany. We've been hoaxed. Which one is it, guys? I'm getting...
And listen, whatever it is, right? There's a lot of people that have come out and said a lot of things that is based on assumptions, and it's not nice because you don't know. There's a guy at the end of this, right? Thomas Partey. It may be nothing, and what we're doing is just. What do you think his mental state will be?
Well, no, they're right. It says 29th of June, so that's not even right. So he might not be out there.
Yeah, so I think, listen, whatever it is, whatever this thing is that is going around, Arsenal as a club or Thomas Partey, where they can't keep this quiet for a lot longer. 1 or 2 weeks max.
Well, listen,
then the questions will start to get a lot more that actually, where is he? What's happening? What is he doing? Especially if he don't play today and he's not in the squad.
I don't care.
Questions will be, what's the carrying?
I know there could be an issue, and it doesn't necessarily mean the man's guilty if there is an issue, because at the end of the day, bro, right? Like, it's not like there hasn't been false allegations. Look at the Basuma one, for example, and various other ones. There have been genuine ones too, which, the Mendy's of this world and a few others that is going on. It's beyond me how footballers get themselves in this position when you are a top, well-known footballer getting lots of money. Why would you even be in these positions? But look, forget all of that. My concern is this: if there is an issue going on, I don't want to get caught up in the legalities and the details. I want Arsenal to react and have some sort of cover whilst this is going on, because as you rightly said, even if he's, if there's no allegation, or even if it's like he's okay and it's not his doing, it still messes up with your head, and he will still need some time to sort of get his head around it all. So go get yourself some cover. I don't understand it. Even without all of this, we were saying we needed someone in case he gets injured. So whether it's a court case, whether it's an injury, we need DM cover. We've always needed DM cover. We're coming up to about 15 minutes to go. So get your questions in. You've been chucking loads. I haven't seen them all. So bring them back in now. In the meantime, also going on to slightly more, I wouldn't call it positive news, but reflective news in regards to somebody retiring that I have a lot of time for, and I'm gutted that he's had to retire. Jack Wilshere.
Does he have to retire from football?
Jack Wilshere is retired from football at the age of 30, bro, where a lot of people's primes are in 30. And, this is a kid I grew up, like I was watching him as he was growing up on, as I said, on Arsenal TV in the reserves for many, many years. I was so excited with him, so excited at his level of talent. I mean, I don't even think there's anyone in Arsenal now that's as gifted as Jack Wilshere is as a footballer, in my opinion. So it's sad that he's retired, but apparently the one positive thing coming out of it is there's talks of him being brought in as a coach within Arsenal. So, I just wanted to wish Jack Wilshere well, if he is watching. Not that I assume he is, but I still got a lot of love for that. Yeah, and I still maintain that I think we went a long way in causing those issues for him as a youngster. He was a young kid in a pivotal central midfield position with grown-ass men. I remember the time. Said it was Cesc Fabregas got injured. We started using him. He performed so well. We kept on using him. And this is a kid that used to really attract a lot of late tackles because he had the ability to shift the ball really quick. And every now and then he'd get caught. And every now and then he'd get injured. And we just used to bring him back too quickly because we were, even back then, too tight to go and replace or find some cover and let him recover properly. So I think we went a long way in causing Jack Wilshere's injuries. I will never forget that performance against Barcelona as 18 years old with some of the best midfielders in the world, where he ran the show had we looked after him, I have no doubt he would have gone on to be world class. 34 England caps he got as well. He would have been a main focus for England now, even. So I wish him all the best. I hope Arsenal look after him, and we'll always back him. And never forget what he did when we won. Was it the FA Cup when he was drunk that time as well?
That goal against Norwich, man. There's
your problem with your mic.
That always stay in my mind. That goal against Norwich and that performance against Barcelona.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with your internet again, bro. It's come back. Anyway, let's answer some questions. Right. So let's have a look what we have on here. We've got loads to go through. I'm trying to squeeze through some of these. I'm so bad at finding these questions, man, when they come. Right. Who's asking what? Right. Well, this ain't a question, but look, Dad's Zatu Zola says, Lev, our problem wasn't CDM, it was the fullbacks and strikers. In my opinion, CDM we can add to that next. Nah, sorry, Dads, man. So you're suggesting that when Partey got injured, it wasn't a problem, and we were okay with Elneny and Xhaka. Did you watch that Spurs game and what happened in midfield? Did you watch the games without Partey? How we got dominated in midfield? How suddenly we weren't getting possession? How? This is the heartbeat of your team, bro. Sorry, man. Don't agree with you. No, that's just my opinion. What else have we got here? I've seen loads, man. There we go. Is there another one here? There we go. Partey did not go to Germany. That is 100%. The thing is, this is GB, by the way. The thing is, it is more than one incident the party has been questions over. Is it? What are the terms of his bail? Can he travel? Don't know. Can't get involved in the legalities. Interested that you suggest that there's more out there. To be honest with you, I've not heard of anything else other than that one that we saw. So people are saying it's an old post on here. Oh. Mark Harris, thank you for your super chat, bro. Interesting Benny Hill picture as well. Love that. Hey, sexy dudes. I think he's talking to me, Shaheen. Hey, sexy dudes. Arteta sacked by Xmas guaranteed. Thank you for that. Gigi. Oh, thanks. These are all coming in now. What do we need now, do you think, guys, before the season starts? Right. We've said it. I'll say it again. Another centre forward, because I don't think we should be relying on Nketiah. It's too much of a gamble. Another centre forward, 2 centre midfielders in a DM cover for Partey and Tielemans type, and then I would say your fullback covers. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 players minimum. There you go. That's my answer. Anything else?
No, I think that's it. If you want to wrap it
up.
No,
there's one here. Does the $5.99 go towards Arteta's new contract pay bump for failure? Yeah, a bit sarcastic, that one. Okay, guys. Well, look, there's one more from Mugambo. I know he's being very vocal in these chats. If not Jesus, who would have been your choice for striker? Listen, I don't say I like Jesus. I would have gone one player like a Jesus, and then I would have gone one a bit more sort of physically commanding when you're maybe playing away. Maybe, you need someone to hold up the ball, and then you have the option also to go big man, little man if you want as well. So, and you've got the option of Jesus going out wide and still playing the big man. So this is why I wanted another centre forward. Humorizer question: are you gonna do the predictions table this after what happened last season? I don't know. Yeah, I think we are, Hugh. It proved really popular, unfortunately for me. So yeah, we're looking at doing that. We might even do a World Cup one as well. And I know that Shaheen will be back in Iran at every time. So maybe that's a way of getting back at him. Sam asked, do you think it's a massive opportunity lost to not have all the new signings go? Yes, 100%, Sam. That's what we've been saying, bro. We've been saying, get your main players in now, your spine, get them out in pre-season, get them all gelling together. While that's happening, the fullback covers are not as pivotal, because at the end of the day, you're only going to play them if you need them, or if you want them to play in a lesser game somewhere else. So at the end of the day, bro, I totally 100% agree with you. The assembled arse, from what we can gain or deem from the transfer window so far, what formation do you think Arsenal will play? Same as always, I would imagine. Sheen?
Yeah, I
Agree. Why not, as this time, ask a real genuine question? Thank you. Why not? This time, at the moment, where do Arsenal finish the season with the bald fraud Arteta in Europe? I don't know if he's bald. I mean, he's got amazing hair. I hate him for it. I say 6th to 9th. Yeah, from what I'm seeing at the moment, I'll be very surprised if we get anywhere higher than 6th. Where do you think he will play? Vieira asked James Hewitson. Huey, this is my boy. Huey, yeah? He's known as Squidly, right? And he lives in Australia. Massive gooner. Used to go with him every game at the Emirates before he went to Australia. Come back soon, Squidly. Where do you think he will play? Vieira Lev. He will probably play him either in a 10 or out wide. That's what I'm thinking with Vieira. I can't imagine him playing him anywhere else.
Should we wrap up, Lev?
Oh, right. Okay. Is that it? Yeah. Wrap it up. What you got?
Yeah, unless you want to carry on.
All right, you can go with your dodgy stream and your flipping.
Yeah, my internet is not
go and eat your kebab.
Yeah,
go get your kebab, Shaheen. Get your priorities straight. Wrap it up like your kebab. Go on, go.
All right, see you later, man.
Later, bro. Yep. So listen, that's been it. If you guys want us to cover anything else, let us know. Put it in the comments. Let me know in the comments how you feel about the transfer window right now, and how many players you think we need. I think minimum 5. Big up Squidly, everyone's saying as well. Look at that. Look, Squids are making you famous, bro, before you come back. If you lot want Squids on a show, find out why we call him the Squid, let us know. So yeah, let us know in your comments if you think everything's coming, in the sense of what you think we need in the window, how you feel about it. Good show, says Dave Jordan, in regards to the Tom one. Thanks for having my back on that one as well, guys. I had loads of support in there. Actually, I was quite surprised. There was like at least 50% that had my back and saying they agreed. So it's nice to know. We just want our team to do well. That's it. We just want our team to do well. We want to see us go out and be serious this time around. If we can do that, I'll be happy. I'll be watching the game like you guys later on. Will I be paying $5.99 for it? No comment. So that's it. That's been the Arsenal Lounge. I'm Lavanja, or Lev in this instance. It's easier. Shaheen's gone to eat his kebab. And keep an eye out. Put your notifications on. We've got more shows coming. Doing something with Lee Judges next week in regards to how he feels about transfer window. I know he agrees with a lot of our points here. So keep an eye out for that. We should have something maybe on Monday as well. Keep an eye out for that. Put your notifications on. If you haven't subscribed, what you've been doing, stop freeloading. Subscribe, man. It's not going to hurt you. And hit the likes as well. And that's it. I'm going to do this now. I'm going to go. It's been great having you guys here. It's a bit like therapy for me. Helps me. I want to try and get my ass back into work. So peace out. It's been the Arsenal Lounge.